there is a huge cost to business. There is the rent, taxes, product, insurance, and all these things go in. And you really don't see that until you're actually owning a business and taking responsibility for your business.
Hello and welcome to the Elevate podcast. I'm your host, Patricia Nowakowski. I'm a salon owner, educator, mindset, and leadership coach that helps salon owners go from overwhelmed and burnt out to motivated and empowered. It is my mission to help you systemize your business, generate more profit, and create a career that you love. Join us every week to learn about the small shifts you can make to elevate your business regarding mindset, marketing, social media, business systems, and so much more. Welcome to this week's episode of the Elevate podcast. This week we have Sheli Dodaro Hernandez coming back to chat today about how salon ownership isn't for everyone. So today we're going to dig deep and talk about the not so sexy stuff when it comes to having a salon. I think a lot of people in our industry feel that the only way to grow or to actually expand and become successful inside of the beauty business is to open a salon. And not everybody in our industry should have a salon. I feel like there are so many misconceptions about what salon ownership looks like. And today, that's what we're going to chat about.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sheli. I am a commission salon owner in the south suburbs of Chicago. I'm a coach, and I am launching an independent education company at the beginning of 2023. I don't know when this podcast is coming out, but look for me at Clean Beauty Pro.
Okay, so today we're going to talk about the not so sexy stuff when it comes to having a salon.
I feel like social media paints such a sexy picture of owning a salon and salon ownership and leadership, and it doesn't really show you the dark side. And maybe dark is too strong of a word, but there's a not sexy side. You know what? I call it the HGTV effect. I feel like once HGTV came out with all the home decor and remodeling, everybody wanted to remodel their homes, right? So social media is showing everyone how awesome it is to be an entrepreneur and, you're your own boss and all this shit. But there's a lot of shit that goes along with it.
What would you say the number one misconception is when it comes to owning a business? Like, what is the number one challenge you feel like people struggle with inside of owning a salon?
So I think that a number one challenge is different for each individual salon owner and entrepreneur leader. So it really depends on your reactive system and what triggers you as an owner. So for me, some shit, like the littlest things, trigger the fuck out of me, like color getting on my white walls. You put a large decision in front of me, like huge, like financial, whatever, I can make that decision in 30 seconds and stand by it. But deciding on when to paint my salon and repaint it white because there's color splatter on, our half wall and walls, oh my goodness.
I think that is something that's huge for me. So there is this investment we make in our spaces, right? We pay all of this money for a build out. We pay all of this money for furniture, and it's hundreds of thousands of dollars. I mean, sometimes more depending on what type of salon you are creating for yourself. So when we invest all of this money and put all of the time and energy into creating this beautiful space, we have to understand that not everyone is going to have that same respect for your space as you do. Actually, no one does. No one has that respect. I remember Sheli and I used to work together in one of my salon suites, and this was when my salon was rental. And I was so meticulous about not getting color on anything, and very, very good at this. I'm very good at, really protecting the space when it comes to color splatter. And Sheli used to get color on it all the time. And she'd be like, dude.
No, I didn't. I'm blaming your personal assistant for that.
I'd be like,
still blame your personal assistant.
How did you get color all over this? And you're like, I have no idea. So just understanding that people are not going to respect the space as much as you do. And knowing that this big investment that you're making is going to possibly get ruined and have to be replaced and updated.
So for myself, it's finding solutions that my stylists almost don't have to take responsibility for, right? So having white walls behind my shampoo bar without tile was probably not the best decision because hair color doesn't come off white walls. So what did I do? I had to tile and make a backsplash so it could be cleaned up easy.
Another thing that I think is something that salon owners should understand and accept is that you are going to take all the risks, and most of the time your stylist will keep all of the reward.
I think that's really important to understand as a salon owner. If you are not leading your stylist to success, it is ultimately your responsibility and your fault that they're not finding success. When they do find success, it almost has nothing to do with you because they are doing the work to achieve their goals and find that success for themselves.
And yeah, they're finding success for themselves. And, you know, a lot of times we're building up these people and they end up leaving. And that's okay because
They grow and go.
It's part of their journey. They grow and go. Really embrace the part of leadership that is growing people because you want to grow people and not because you have expectations. Because as a business owner, having expectations of what people should and shouldn't be doing for you inside of your business because you've helped them grow their business is just going to be the demise of your salon.
You're gonna be walking around real salty.
It's going to ruin your desire and it's going to ruin your drive.
I completely agree. So drive is close to motivation, but as we know, motivation is so reactive. So drive is inside. It's inside you. And if you are a highly driven leader, you're probably going to attract highly driven employees, and those highly driven employees will not stay with your business long term unless that you have a killer culture, bomb ass culture. But I see, being a leader now, I see like the bird's eye view, and I can tell the stylists that will grow and go and leave my business. And I am here for it. You know, I want to spread my mission, my brand, and to grow these stylists and know that one day they will be released on their own. Like they will leave the nest and they will grow and go. I know that I have to take responsibility for my business and always be proactively recruiting stylists to come in and just keep that cycle of growing and letting stylists go. Not even letting, that's the wrong word, but you know what I'm saying, right? We got to take personal responsibility for our businesses and keeping them healthy.
Yeah. I think another disadvantage of having a salon is understanding that it's not really a sellable business.
I completely agree. I think once upon a time, like 20 years ago, maybe a salon was a sellable business.
Unless you do like a franchise or something, which is something that you're working on.
I am working on a franchise.
Oh, I think like any business too. I feel like when you are a salon owner, people don't really look at you as like a human being anymore.
I agree with you on that. They do. They look at you almost like,
And they don't treat you like a human being.
no, I think you're supposed to come in with a, suit of armor on. Things are just supposed to bounce off you, and you are a financial tree that you just have an endless amount of resources that you can just shake, and all this money flows from you and you can just throw it into the business and it's no problem.
And I feel like people are always going to do what's in their best interest. And sometimes they feel bad about that. So instead of actually taking responsibility for that, they just make you look like the bad guy or treat you like the bad guy.
Oh, yes. I feel like being a business owner is lonely at the top. I'm not going to go kick it on the weekends with my employees because when they come into work hungover a day, can't be like, girl or stylist, what are you doing? You're hungover. If I was just out the night before kicking it with them. So it does put you in a different place and it can be very lonely.
I think too, one of the things that is a misconception is that you are going to make so much money as a salon owner. And in reality, you can make money as a salon owner, absolutely. But you really have to do things the proper way. You have to know your numbers.